A Wednesday semi-crash near Alliance kills one and sends two to the hospital. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a Wednesday morning crash 10 miles west of Alliance claims the life of a Bayard man. NSP spokesman Cody Thomas tells KNEB News that preliminary investigation shows that a semi driven by 59-year-old Eugenio Perez of Scottsbluff was traveling on Oto Road and he lost control of the semi while reaching for something. The semi rolled and the two passengers, 53-year-old Santos Garza and 39-year-old Bridget Timmons, both of Bayard, were ejected. Garza was pronounced deceased at the scene, while Timmons and Perez were transported to Regional West in Scottsbluff with serious injuries. Well, it was a busy Wednesday afternoon for Scottsbluff County deputies after a lengthy investigation at the Union Pacific South Morrill rail yard. Sheriff Mark Overman says deputies were dispatched after initial reports said that there was a woman on the property armed with a gun and knives. Overman says during the investigation, it was determined that there was no weapons of any kind. The subject was dealing with mental health issues and was taken to Regional West for evaluation. Overman says nobody was injured, no crime was committed, and his deputies spent more than 6.5 hours dealing with Wednesday's situation. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, you don't have to be like a tortoise and carry your home on your back. They have mortgage experts that can help you finance the home that's perfect for you. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, looking for your next home, or simply want to refinance the home you're in, the experienced lenders at Platte Valley Bank are there to help. Contact them at pvbank.com or call and visit with one of the mortgage experts to take advantage of great rates at Platte Valley Bank.
Welcome back. The Gering School Board will meet for a second week in a row as they work to fill a recent vacancy. Last week's meeting was filled with emotion as numerous patrons voiced their displeasure with a mask mandate that had gone into effect at one of the schools. However, this special meeting set for Tuesday the 26th at 6 p.m. is aimed at filling the vacancy left by former board member Brent Holliday. During Tuesday's meeting, the board will discuss, consider, and take all necessary action in choosing an applicant to fill the board vacancy position. Well, the Nebraska State Patrol says a man who was fired from a grain elevator returned later in the day and shot 3 people, killing 2 before he was shot to death by another employee. The Nebraska State Patrol says the shooting happened on Thursday afternoon at the Agrex elevator in Superior, Nebraska. A preliminary investigation found that 61-year-old Max Hoskinson of Superior was fired Thursday morning. The patrol says he came back around 2 p.m. and shot 3 people before an employee retrieved a shotgun and shot Hoskinson, who died at the hospital. One of the people shot by Hoskinson died later Thursday at a Lincoln hospital. The other was treated and released at a Superior hospital. And the indictment of U.S. Representative Jeff Fortenberry could have a big impact on the Republicans' future in Nebraska politics in the 2022 election. That would open the door to possible outcomes that would have seemed far-fetched just days ago. The district is still heavily Republican, but it became less so after last month's congressional redistricting, and Democrats might sense an opportunity for a run. Federal prosecutors in California allege that Fortenberry lied to FBI agents who were investigating illegal campaign contributions from a foreign national. Fortenberry pleaded not guilty to those charges. Well, coming after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your weekend weather forecast. Plus, we'll be catching up with Nebraska volleyball coach John Cook. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this. If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're going to see a few clouds across the area tonight. Otherwise, calm conditions, not much going on out there in the wind. Temps fall down into the 30s. Really a pretty nice weekend coming up. Temps are going to be near to above normal. Not much in the way of precip coming. It will turn windy by next week, but unfortunately, precip totals are going to stay down there and be pretty low. 68 yesterday for a high after a morning low of 30. Still nothing in the rain gauge, although we're going to end October near to above normal for precip. We're still well below normal, though, for the year. Upper 60s, low 70s here across most of the high plains. The colder air off into eastern portions of the Dakotas. As you can see, 60s to near 70 all across our area. That will cover everybody in the 60s right now. And winds are fairly light, under 10 miles an hour. Getting ready for football Friday night here. It is going to be a partly cloudy night. Very nice, in fact. A fantastic one. Not anything in the rain department. Will be in the mid-40s, or low to mid-50s, at kickoff, and then by the fourth falling down into the upper 40s. It's going to be quiet on our futurecast. You'll see just some clouds overhead. That's about it. We'll call it partly cloudy as we average the whole night out, and lows overnight going to fall down into the 30s for most of us. Some areas maybe not getting below 40. Very pleasant night. For tomorrow, a very nice day. We're going to have partly cloudy skies in the morning, turning cloudier by afternoon. We're going to see a fair amount of clouds in here tomorrow. That's really going to be the only downfall to the day. And it'll make it feel a little cooler out there with those clouds as well. Otherwise, things are quiet here on the weather front, and we're looking for high temperatures tomorrow in the 60s to near 70 again across all of our region. So your futurecast for tonight, we'll call it partly cloudy, lows in the mid-30s and light winds. For tomorrow, going to be mostly cloudy, especially as we go through the afternoon. Quite nice, though, temperatures in the upper 60s, light winds. Our 7-day forecast, we have some more sun on Sunday, but still going to be cooler, back to near 60, near 70 or so Monday, then cooling back off as we get Tuesday into the middle portions of next week, and some windy conditions start to develop here as well, with temps falling back into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Fox Butte General Hospital's mission is to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. This is important to us so our community knows the importance that we place on the efforts to keep our community and our surrounding areas well. We appreciate being here. The staff that we have at Fox Butte General Hospital is grateful to serve the community of Alliance, Nebraska.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
For the Nebraska Rural Radio Association, hi, it's Joe Scar talking Husker volleyball with Husker head coach John Cook. Well, Coach, the Huskers are on quite a run with sweeps of Illinois and Iowa since we last visited. That's a 9 in a row for the Big Red. It's got to feel good and some momentum building for the team. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, we're trying to go from good to great has been our theme, and trying to survive in the Big Ten right now. So we have another big match coming up with Purdue Saturday, and we had a really tough match last night against Iowa. This conference every night is a battle, and so you just try to win the next point and survive and move on.
You know, Coach, last week we talked about Maddie Kubik last week, and she's been on fire lately, winning Big Ten Player of the Week again last week for 2 weeks in a row. She has led the Huskers with 13 kills Wednesday night against Iowa, and she said after the Illinois match that she felt the team was, as she put it, flowing, getting better every week. She says she feels kind of invincible. Talk about what you're seeing with that, and does that translate to the other players on the team? Does that confidence rubbing off on the rest of the players in practice?
Well, I don't think that's just coming from her. I think what she's saying is that the team is playing with a lot of trust, and they're playing for each other, and so that's the feeling you get, especially when you're having success. So so I think that's her way of communicating, that they feel pretty good about how things are going and how they're playing, and so it's a good feeling. We're always working towards that, and we're always working towards playing with ultimate trust, we call it, and it's good that she's able to communicate that and how she feels.
Conversely, you said earlier in the week that you felt the team was a little bit rusty in practice. Do you think that's a little of the mid-season weariness or the grind getting the team a little bit, or what do you equate that to?
We took some days off, so trying to give them breaks, mental and physical breaks. So when you do that, you tend to have a natural letdown, and that's how they get a little rusty. So, but we'll fine tune it back up.
All right, we've got number 7 Purdue coming to town Saturday at the Devaney Center. All the games in the Big Ten, as you said, it's a grind. They're tough. Tell us about your strategy. What are you looking to do against the Boilermakers on Saturday, Coach?
Well, they're a very talented team. They've got some great hitters, and so there's a lot we're going to have to do. But the most important thing, I think, is I think we're going to play 4 ranked teams in a row here. Maybe all of them are in the top 10, and so it's important our fans come in here for our home matches and give us an edge.
All right. We have a listener question this week from Kevin in Scottsbluff, Coach. He wants to know, when it comes to serving, do you and the coaching staff always dictate where the serve should go, or do the players have the freedom to make that decision as they're serving?
No, we go in every match with a game plan where we want to serve, and we remind them before each serve where we're going to go after. And serving strategy is sometimes it's we're serving a certain player, sometimes we're serving into a certain rotation to try to slow it down. Sometimes we're serving to try to slow a hitter down.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we're just serving, bomb it away and try to get an ace. So there's a lot of situations that go on during the match that we prepare for and try to execute during the match, and it's constantly changing and adjusting, and we're evaluating stats on what we're doing. You got to remember there's 6 rotations, so there's 6 different opportunities in different situations that are happening. So it's definitely a chess game going on, and then you're trying to get our servers to serve as tough as they can, and then change their tempos. So that was a complicated answer to a simple question.
We appreciate the question from Kevin in Scottsbluff. Kevin, thanks. If you have a question for Coach Cook, you can email it to askcoachcook@ruralradio.com. That's askcoachcook@ruralradio.com. Coach, as always, thanks for the time. Good luck against Purdue on Saturday, and we'll talk next week, all right?
Okay. All right, Joe. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank, a bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
What a year 2020 was. Now's the time to get out and travel this summer to see family and friends you were not able to see this last year. Spend more time enjoying your trip by flying United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with daily flights to and from Denver. Reserve your flight today and remember United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. And don't forget, Thrifty Car Rental is here for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and hitch a ride with your BFF, Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Why bank at a local community bank? When you choose a local community bank, you keep money in our local economy. That money helps support local jobs, schools, and businesses. Money that helps fund a stronger and prosperous community for us all to enjoy and live in. At Platte Valley Bank, we are here to help build and support the community we love being a part of. We believe that together, we can make great things happen. Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff Police Department will be assisting local residents getting rid of their old and unwanted prescription drugs. Captain Brian Wasson explains.
The DEA's National Takeback Day, I think, is the 23rd, and while the Scottsbluff Police Department never really participated in that, Keep Scottsbluff Gering Beautiful is having their prescription drug take-back on October 23rd, the same day, at Panhandle Co-op, and We'll participate with them in that.
The Take-Back event runs from 9 to 11 tomorrow morning at Scottsbluff's Main Street Market. Keep Scottsbluff Gering Beautiful will be on hand to help collect expired or unused pharmaceutical drugs, over-the-counter drugs, vitamins, and sharps. Now, there will be a $5 fee per individual to offset the expenses of the collection, and Clean Harbors will be in attendance to collect the pharmaceutical drugs for proper disposal. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. See you back here on Monday.